Hello, I am in front of exit 4 of Hyehwa Station, Daehakro, Seoul. Daehakro means University Road in Korean. The reason is that in the past, Korea's only university was located here. In 1910, Korea became a Japanese colony, and the first Western-style university was built here. It was called Keijo Imperial University. The road that ran through the middle of the university was Daehakro. Keijo Imperial University was the only university in Korea, and the road that ran through the middle of the university was called Daehakro. Naturally, it can be seen as the first commercial area around a university in Korea. In 1945, after Korea was liberated from Japan, Keijo Imperial University changed its name to Seoul National University and moved to another area. Now, only some of the Keijo Imperial University buildings remain in Daehakro. Keijo Imperial University is gone, but there are still 5 universities in the area. In particular, you can easily see students from Sungkyunkwan University. This is because Sungkyunkwan University is the largest university in the area. In fact, you can say that the name Daehakro is being replaced by the universities that are densely located here. Daehakro is largely divided into 2 commercial districts, east and west. The road I am walking on now is called Marronnier. It is the commercial district west of Daehakro. If you walk along this road for about 15 minutes, you will arrive at Changgyeonggung Palace and Sungkyunkwan University. Because it is close to the palace, a famous tourist attraction in Seoul, many tourists visit Daehakro. And Sungkyunkwan University is the institution of higher education with the longest history in Korea. Sungkyunkwan was originally a royal educational institution managed by the Chosun dynasty. However, it was abolished when it became a Japanese colony. After South Korea gained independence in 1945, it was revived by people who wanted to revive Chosun's old higher education institutions. It was rebuilt as a modern Western-style university system on the site of the old Sungkyunkwan. Therefore, it is the only university in Korea located next to a palace. Sungkyunkwan University is practically run by Samsung Group, the #1 conglomerate in Korea. The university's board of directors is almost entirely comprised of people from Samsung. If Korea's #1 company is directly involved in its operations, you can guess how important the university is to Koreans. Sungkyunkwan University is considered one of the most prestigious universities in Korea. It is producing excellent research results with the massive financial support from Samsung. I am walking back towards Hyehwa Station after turning onto Marronnier Street. Since there is a road where cars pass by here, the sidewalk is narrow. Most people who visit Daehakro use the parking lots of nearby universities. Especially on weekends, there are more visitors to see performances than nearby college students, so you can see more cars. Daehakro is famous as a small theater street in Seoul. The day I visited was Friday evening. Maybe that's why there is almost no traffic on this road. If you look at the trees planted on the road, there are pine trees planted there. This place is called Pine Tree Road. As far as I know, this is the only road in Seoul where pine trees are planted as street trees. That feels more Korean. Koreans like pine trees the most among trees. Since ancient times, Korean ancestors thought it was wonderful that the leaves remained green all throughout the 4 seasons of spring, summer, fall, and winter. Daehakro Street is the first commercial district around a university in Korea, but it is not the largest at present. The largest commercial district around a university in Korea is Hongdae Street. It is probably the largest super-large commercial district in Korea, beyond the commercial district around a university. Both are streets that many young Koreans visit. Hongdae Street is so famous overseas that foreigners can easily see it. They even come from other areas near Seoul. Daehakro is close to the palace, so it feels more like a traditional Korean atmosphere. On the other hand, Hongdae has a more modern atmosphere. If you look to the right, you can also see a traditional Korean house. You can see a lot of these buildings in the Hanok village near the palace. There are some here too. I guess it's because it's close to the palace.
아니면요 이런 방법 커피 사오겠습니다. 자기 늦을 것 같으니까 커피 사오고 싶어.
아니 여기 그런 얘기 하더라. 이래로 해서 가을 같은
The large road you see ahead is Daehakro. This time, let's cross the crosswalk and walk to the commercial area on the east side of Daehakro. It's not long since winter passed, so the street trees are just bare branches. It's a really nice place to walk around in the summer when the leaves are fully grown. There are many food stalls in front of you. Most of them are selling street food. Most of the streets in Seoul have no food stalls, but this one still remains. The food stalls mainly sell Korean street food. If you look to the left, you can see that there are many red brick buildings here. The reason is that most of the buildings here were designed by architect Kim Soo-gyun. The architect really liked bricks. It seems that he felt freedom because small blocks, like Lego blocks, can be put together to freely express various shapes. That's why most people think of red brick buildings when they think of Daehakro. I arrived at Hyehwa Station Exit 2. The starting point of my walk through the commercial district west of Daehakro earlier was Exit 4. For your information, Hyehwa Station is the busiest station on Seoul Subway Line 4. Even though Myeongdong Station in Myeongdong, famous for foreign tourists, is on Line 4, it has more passengers. You can guess how many people visit this place. If you pass Exit 2 of Hyehwa Station and look to the right, you will see a large rectangular building far away behind the trees across the street. It says Seoul National University College of Medicine in Korean. Some of the buildings of the former Kijo Imperial University are now used by Seoul National University College of Medicine. That place is where only the best students in Korea can enter. The medical profession is the most popular in Korean society. Among medical schools, Seoul National University is the most popular. If you look to the left, you will see a park. It is called Marronnier Park. Since it is located in the center of Daehakro Street, it is also a landmark of this street. In the past, this park was used as the main building of Kijo Imperial University. After Korea became independent, some of the buildings were used as the Seoul National University Law School buildings. Now, most of the buildings have disappeared and new buildings have been built. So this place used to be a university site. Based on Daehakro, there were university buildings on the east and west sides, and there was a road that passed through the middle. Now it is used as a park that all Seoul citizens can use. The origin of the name Marronnier Park is that there was a marronnier tree planted here during the Keijo Imperial University days. It was named after the park where the tree is. If you look to the right, you can still see the tree. It is used as a resting place for citizens who visit here, but street performances are also held. The day I visited, the park was relatively quiet. In the past, the street performances were so loud that nearby residents filed a complaint with the city hall. There was a time when street performances were banned here due to extreme noise pollution. Perhaps because of that, the street atmosphere is unusually quiet. I looked it up on the internet out of curiosity, and it seems that street performances are still allowed. However, I think you have to apply for a time to use it in advance at the city hall. It seems like they have established a more systematic system. If you go further inside past Marronnier Park, you will come across this theater street. This is where Seoul's small theaters are concentrated. There are about 160 theaters. You can see various performances here, including plays, musicals, dance, and music. It can be seen as a place similar to New York's Broadway or England's West End. Unknown Korean actors and directors light up this place. This area was formed as a small theater district after 1980. When Seoul National University, which was located in Daehakro, moved its campus to another area, politicians were concerned about how to utilize the remaining buildings. In the end, they decided to tear down most of the buildings and create theaters where citizens could enjoy arts and culture. That's why you may have seen the red buildings in Marronnier Park earlier. Those buildings are art galleries and art theaters. This area was fully utilized as a place for arts and culture. It's not like that now, but at one time, they completely banned vehicles from this area on weekends and created a street that was easy for pedestrians to walk. The Arts Council Korea's headquarters was located here, and they encouraged artists to perform in Daehakro. Most of Korea's famous actors and directors trained at one of the small theaters in Daehakro. The most representative actor is Choi Min-sik. He is the lead actor in the movie Old Boy. In particular, the actors who have lived in theater companies here have excellent acting skills. It says on the road that traffic is prohibited from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Sundays. This place is more crowded on weekends than weekdays, with people coming to see the performances. I'll have to come back and see it again on a weekend next time. This is how I looked around Daehakro Street. I didn't look around the entire Daehakro Street. I only looked around some of the main roads. Thank you for watching the video.